Have you ever heard of the man who single-handedly stopped a war? Not with an army, not with a grand political speech, but alone. His name is a whisper in the corridors of power, a footnote in history that most people skip right over. But what he did, or rather, what declassified files suggests he did, could have changed the very course of human history. Picture this. Two global superpowers are on the brink of conflict. Tensions are at an all-time high. Fingers are hovering over launch buttons, and the world is holding its breath. Diplomats have failed. Negotiations have broken down. War seems not just likely, but inevitable. And then everything just stops. The aggression recedes. The leaders pull back, and a fragile peace settles over the world. Officially, it was chalked up to a sudden, miraculous diplomatic breakthrough. But the files tell a different story. These recently surfaced documents, heavily redacted, of course, speak of an individual, a single man who was neither a politician nor a general. His name is blacked out in most places, but let's call him the peacemaker. He appeared seemingly out of nowhere, gaining access to the most secure, high-level meetings on both sides of the impending conflict. Think about that for a second. In an era of intense paranoia and spy versus spy games, this one man walked into the most heavily guarded rooms in the world, rooms where the fates of millions were being decided. How? The reports are fragmented, pieced together from memos and coded transmissions. They describe him as calm, unassuming, yet possessing an aura of undeniable authority. He didn't threaten or bargain. Eyewitness accounts, ghost-written and buried in archives, claim he simply spoke. He didn't reveal state secrets or offer concessions. Instead, he presented scenarios, probabilities, and outcomes with such startling accuracy and detail that it left seasoned intelligence analysts and world leaders speechless. It was as if he wasn't predicting the future, but recalling it. He laid out the domino effect of the coming war, not just the immediate casualties, but the decades of fallout, the economic collapses, the famines, the rise of new, more terrifying factions from the ashes. He described events with a precision that went far beyond strategic forecasting. He spoke of specific technological failures, unforeseen environmental disasters triggered by the conflict, and even personal tragedies that would befall the very leaders in that room. It was chillingly personal. One particularly cryptic note from a top-level intelligence chief reads, "He knows things he cannot possibly know. It is not intelligence. It is something else. He did not persuade us. He enlightened us. To proceed would be an act of madness." After his separate meetings with both sides, the aggression halted almost overnight. The official story was quickly manufactured, a plausible narrative of last-minute diplomacy to calm the public. The peacemaker, his work done, vanished just as mysteriously as he had appeared. There are no records of his departure, no passport stamps, no flight manifests. He simply ceased to be. This is where the story shifts from a historical curiosity to a profound mystery. Who was this man? The declassified files hint at possibilities that are, frankly, unsettling. Was he the ultimate spy, a master of psychological manipulation with access to an unprecedented intelligence network? Perhaps. But how could any network predict events with such flawless accuracy? The level of detail he provided was beyond the scope of any known technology then or even now. This leads to a more speculative and perhaps more frightening theory. The files contain margin notes from analysts, frantic scribbles questioning the peacemaker's origin. Could he have been an operative from a clandestine organization so advanced it operates outside the known geopolitical landscape? A group with technology that makes our most advanced predictive algorithms look like a child's toy. If such a group exists, what is their agenda? Why intervene in this one instance? Are they silently guiding human history from the shadows? Or consider an even more radical idea, one that some of the analysts, in their most private logs, dared to entertain. What if he wasn't from our time at all? The idea of a time traveler is the stuff of science fiction, but how else do you explain his perfect knowledge of future events? If he came from a future ravaged by the very war he was trying to prevent, his mission makes perfect, desperate sense. He wasn't just a peacemaker. He was a ghost of a future that must never come to pass. This raises a terrifying paradox. In stopping that war, did he truly save humanity? Or did he simply alter the timeline, pushing the inevitable conflict down the road, perhaps allowing it to mutate into something even worse? We see conflicts brewing around the world today, new tensions rising between new powers. Are these the echoes of the war that never was? Is our current reality the unintended consequence of his intervention? The story of the lone peacemaker is a stark reminder that the history we read is often just the surface layer, a curated narrative designed for public consumption. The real movers, the real shapers of our destiny, may not be the ones we see on the news. They might be the nameless, faceless individuals whose actions are so profound they must be erased from the record entirely. His actions leave us with unsettling questions. Who was he really? A spy, a member of a shadow government, a traveler from the future. And the most important question of all, did he save us, or did he merely postpone our judgment day? The truth remains buried, locked away in redacted files and the fading memories of a few powerful men. It's a story that proves the greatest mysteries aren't found in distant galaxies, but hidden within our own history, just beyond the known. If you believe there are more truths hidden just beneath the surface of what we're told, then you're in the right place. Subscribe to Beyond Known, and let's continue to question the official story together. What do you think? Was he a hero or just delaying the inevitable? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching.